Hi, I'm Danny Ecker with the Chicago Business Today Midday Report. When the Tribune Company exits bankruptcy under new ownership next year, all the pieces of its media empire could be up for grabs. That includes its flagship newspaper, WGN Radio, and even the Tribune Tower itself. Arlen Merrick spoke with some key sources about how they think the pieces could be dished out. Lynn, what are people in the industry saying about what may happen with the Tribune?
Well, essentially, people are speculating that when the Trib comes out of bankruptcy, because you're going to have a couple hedge funds and a New York bank owning the biggest chunks of the company, they're going to want to get their money out. So chances are they're going to be putting some of the pieces of the company up for sale. But a lot remains to be seen because there's probably going to be new executives, a new board, and all of them kind of have to decide what to do.
What do we know about these three ownership groups, the majority ownership groups that will be, out of this reorganization plan? Any inkling about how they may handle or want to handle these assets?
Well, principally, they're financial firms that need to, in the case of the hedge funds, return some sort of investment returns to their investors. So we know at some point they're going to cash out. JP Morgan, big commercial bank, doesn't want to be in the media business for the most part. But the hedge funds do have some other TV and newspaper operations, so there's a chance they could try to kind of combine them, but most likely they're going to want to sell some of those assets.
So when we have this discussion again a year from now, could this be a case where the Tribune Company ends up with only, loose ties to Chicago? It could be elsewhere, right?
It's true, it could. They have 23 TV stations across the country. Good chance some of those stations will be sold to people outside of Chicago. Could a chunk remain Chicago-owned? Of course. Wealthy individuals and groups of investors like media assets. So you could have a Chicago group come forward and purchase the paper, purchase WGN, or the cable outfit here. It's hard to tell at this point, but you can certainly see some assets moving outside of Chicago ownership.
All right, Lynn, we'll be watching. Thanks a lot.